Tonight's the night where yesterday's heroes and celebrities give it a crack. It's a 2022 FAFL Legends game. I'm Kerry, and I'm joined by Aiden Harrrison, and we're in your old stomping grounds of Sydney, Aiden.
Well, one of my old stomping grounds, but I do got a lot of good memories here, and some of my best footy, of course. Thank you again, Alan Hurley. You're awesome.
Absolutely. Alan Hurley, of course, going into the 2022 FAFL Hall of Fame. We will talk about that at half-time, but tonight we've got a bunch of legends and celebrities taking on each other in this game, and honestly, there's a lot of names here that I quite like. And Aiden, any names here that really pop out to you?
Well, of course, as you'll know, there is one I'm very particularly fond of, a certain Sheena Lee. She is going to do awesome tonight, I'm sure of it. I'm not under threat to say that. Nope, not at all.
Absolutely not. Sheena Lee, partner of Aiden, so she's going to be giving it a crack out there. Hopefully, Aiden, you've given her a few tips on how to play the game.
Oh, I have. Don't you worry.
And looking at some of these teams, along with the usual FAFL stars here, we have got a lot of basketballers here that I'd like to point out. Ash Van Zant, we've got Andrew McDonald, Rainbow again, both of them back. We've got drafty hopefuls, Laura Reisman and Aurora Hopkins, local heroes. And we've got Blake Kelly and Tara Abrams pretty much wrapping it all up. So, a lot of basketballers here, Aiden.
Yeah, quite the representation for the FBA, and of course, a little bit of FBL representation with a Reisman that is not named Julie.
Exactly. One of the three players here who are relatives of FAFL players, so certainly likely to get a lot of tips from these players. I mean, you look at Pam Samuelson and Tyron Appleby, both UFFL stars, maybe a bit out of their element, but they've got family to back them up in Fraser Appleby and Jay Samuelson, respectively. I mean, Aiden, that's got to be when you got someone like Jay Samuelson helping you out, that can only be a good thing.
Exactly, and you look at these UFFL players, it might be quite the adjustment because in American football where it's a lot more regimented what each position does, here you can just kind of do a bit of everything no matter where you are on the field.
Absolutely, I agree with that, as we're almost ready to get this one underway. Any other names there, Aiden, that you think should be a focus in this game?
Well, I do want to take just a second to sort of give a little nod to Anna Edwards, who is, I've been told, very close to 60 and, still very much kicking, obviously. We all remember her ridiculous run at the beginning of her career of 4 straight Premiership teams, and Minji Park, her daughter Dahe did come over to the league, was one of the steals of the draft, honestly, and good to see her back.
Absolutely. I legit forgot that she was back here. So that's 4 players here who are relatives of players in the league. So certainly that's something to look out for right there as we get ourselves underway at the SCG. As conditions very windy and raining. Not the best night here for football, but both teams will have to transverse it.
Of course, I guess these stars will just have to shine that much brighter.
Exactly, and I've got a person I have to bring up, Bryce Kerry, number 32 in the half-back line. If I don't bring him up, I'm probably going to get a lot of stink at family reunions.
So you and me are in the same spot, it seems.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
As the old dogs come out right here, Aiden, what do they have to do to defend their crown?
Well, the usual stuff, play smart, be willing to give up good chances for great chances, and don't do stupid stuff like kick into the post several times. It's an old meme, but I had to bring it up.
Absolutely, as the Crocs come out here, Gaz Goodman going for different strategy this year, trying to pinch a lot of the players that did well last year from both teams and trying to make a super team, it seems.
Yeah, between that tack and as well as recruiting a lot of his old butcher birds.
Absolutely, as one of them comes out as Timothy Bryan is the captain this year for the Crocs, with Sean Vincent being the captain for the Old Dogs, both going into the middle for the coin toss here. As we wait for who's going to win it. Bryan does, and we'll go to the left of screen. We're almost underway.
That is classic Timmery Bryant for you.
Absolutely, we're almost underway here. This should be a good game here. I'm looking forward to it, Aiden.
I am too. Fun note, I was talking to Timmery earlier, and she said with fans at McDonald Rainbow, she's like, if they think I'm going to go easier on them because they're teammates this time, they're crazy.
They're crazy, and Ash Van Zant almost gets a first goal here, but misses, and it is a behind for him. But that's the Crocs on the board after 40 seconds.
Gotta give him credit for at least going for it, People love those gutsy plays.
Absolutely, and the Crocs fighting hard at the moment as Paul Bate, the recently retired Paul Bate, manages to make the stop. And honestly, it seems like the Crocs want to come out swinging, Aiden.
Indeed.
So
it could be like that. It could be that issue where they just want to kick everything and don't worry about playing ugly football. Just get it in the goal.
Absolutely, there could be a bit of that tonight. We'll have to see where this goes, but honestly, it's looking pretty decent for the Crocs at the moment as Tyrus Husky got the hit out there. We got the Fremantle coach here playing along with the Cairns coach and the Geelong coach. So we got a few current coaches in the rank currently back out there playing.
Indeed, and Bryant is going to have to run some double duty between, helping coach the All-Star game since she's leading in that conference. And then playing here tonight.
Yep, double duty, certainly. She'll be coaching the Northern All-Stars tomorrow night, so very much an interesting conundrum for her, trying to coach and play at the same time. We haven't really seen that in ages
and
as
again,
Hopkins throws the ball away.
But then again, for Bryant, that is on brand for she's never backed down from a challenge.
Absolutely, and Harrrison into the post.
Harrrison, what were you doing, mate? I mean, it looked good, it just wasn't quite there. All this wind and whatnot.
Yeah, I think the wind's going to play a huge factor tonight, Aiden, by the look of it.
Pedrosa going for it. We got a bit of a cluster here. Like Appleby had it for a second, and then
Husky throws it away. You'd think he'd be better than that, but I suppose the ball is pretty slippy at the moment.
I mean, I'd expect that from, like, Appleby, because, QBs and throwing balls to just hand in hand.
Absolutely, as Appleby gets tackled down, tries to play on, does not have the speed to get by, though.
That is a rare sight, though. He is pretty hard to tackle, I can imagine.
Absolutely. I've seen some of this stuff in the UFFL. It's very hard to tackle a 330-pound quarterback. I mean, it's not often you see that, but hey, he's a large player. It's hard to knock him down, but I think here you got to have the speed to move when you got the ball, and he showed that he just didn't there.
Indeed, that seemed to be the case.
Yep.
Tony Campbell kicks it to nobody, seemingly.
Seemingly, as it's a long kick there into the post again, Sheena Lee. Do you want to say that was the wind again?
Yeah, I mean, honey, I do appreciate the gutsiness on that play, though. Do understand that. I love you.
Yeah, absolutely. Reisman gives away a push in the back there. Just a huge pack of players trying to go for it there.
And, well, when you're shorter of stature like that, you kind of gotta do more to stand out.
Absolutely, and it looks like the Crocs are going for a goal here. Can they get it in? Looks straight enough. It's a goal by Sierra Tilly.
Sierra Tilly, the winner of Castaway Indonesia, I believe it was.
Yep, we've got two Castaway winners here. We've got Sierra Tilly coming off the bench to kick that one, so surprisingly she's the first one to kick a goal here, and we've got another one in Karina Lagrosa, who was already on in the half-forward position to start the game. And they're both on the Crocs, so I think Gaz Goodman might be a bit of a fan of the show, it seems.
Yeah. Funny enough, Sheena's also a bit of a fan, so I'm pretty sure she's excited she gets to, kind of rub elbows with both of them.
Absolutely, that is good to hear. I mean, I'm always a little bit busy to watch it. I mean, that's what happens when you hosting a lot of shows for a lot of footy shows, so...
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
I don't
she's
get
just got to
time
give
to
me
watch
updates
it,
these days.
but hey, it's nice to see him, man. As Andrew McDonald Rainbow gets caught holding the ball there, normally he's pretty good with getting it off, I would say.
Well, a point guard is used to having the ball in their hands, so... not too off-brand there, if you ask me.
Gotcha. As Kamuri Ufuru, the former Formula 1 champion in the Rock there, so it's pretty interesting.
Oh, man. Yep.
Interesting to have a guy so short trying to do the Rock there, but he seems to be doing alright with it.
He's short, but he makes up for
Timmery
it.
Bryant goes for it and gets the second goal of the game.
Oh, now that is the Timmery we love to see.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Bryce Kerry with the connection to Bryant there, so nice play
that was
indeed.
beautiful. Makes me think back to a real heyday in the 09 Premiership.
Absolutely, she pretty much sealed the game for Adelaide in that close one. Like, if it wasn't for her goal in the dying minutes there, that could have gone very differently.
Yeah, they had a legit chance to punch a hole in her legacy, but she said no.
Absolutely. I think we both have a bit of different stories there for 2009. I was on the boundary for that game, calling that one on the boundary, and you're up there in the box, so very different perspectives.
Yep. Indeed.
Jeez, I might have even been the one to interview you on the boundary at the end of the game.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was a bit hard. I think one or two of the players wanted to douse you in the infrared at the time. And I'm trying to stop them because I'm trying to get an interview, and if I get soaked, the equipment gets ruined.
Yeah, we don't need that collateral, but geez, hard to believe that 10 years ago. Guess I really am getting older.
Yep, absolutely. We are all getting older, but at least here we get to see the stars of yesteryear shine as old dogs trying to string something together here. And Minji Park is going to mark that one, and not a great kick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she just kind of hit a sour note on the end there, it seems.
Absolutely. Probably needs a little bit more tuning, I think.
Yeah, or a little rosin on the bow, but you know what? Seeing hands like that, I can see where Adora Dahe gets it from.
Absolutely, I can see it too. Definitely one of the better pickups for Cairns. I mean, struggles to get into the side consistently, but when she does make a good impact, as Mia Burrows, former Cairns player, is going to line it for goal. So a good segue there.
Here we go.
And it is a behind. Wind obviously playing a factor at the moment.
Yeah, it's getting everyone.
As Paul Bate tries to go for the kick out, but plays on, and they're going to try and go to the side here, the old dogs. Looks like they're trying to break something open here.
Yeah, a bit of a lateral. Didn't quite like what they saw up the field. Oh, you're playing a dangerous game there, and yep. Oh no, they got it.
They've got it, but again, C.R.O.C.S putting on the pressure, though.
Yep, pick it up, get tackled. Pick it up, get tackled. That's how it goes. See Gage stepping back on.
As we've got Husky taking on Ufuru in the rock at the moment, as that's another point into the post.
Oh man. I feel like those posts are magnetic. Oh, also, but with Tyrus, I believe that is now 5 players with relatives in the league.
Yep, I forgot. Anita Husky, 2021 Premiership player with the Butcherbirds. One of the young stars of the league is the daughter of Tyrus Husky. I did forget about that briefly, but again, Tyrus...
how could you forget? She's up next.
She's
very much an up next.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh.
But the thing is, I mean, I wasn't thinking about it because, I mean, Tyrus himself did play in the league, so I don't know if he would have needed as much experience any talks from Anita, because I think Tyrus, considering he's a coach and a former player, would already know that stuff. In fact, it would have probably been the other way round during Anita's development, really. Great kick by Tara Albans, the FBA star. So the Thylacine gets the goal.
Yeah, that was a thin margin there, but it was just enough. Leave a crack and she'll kick the door open.
Absolutely, and showing why she is so valued in that league. And apologies to Kamori there. I've been getting his last name wrong. It is I've got it written here. I'm just trying to find him on the team sheet. Urafu. It's Urafu, sorry. It's Kamori Urafu, who's in the ruck at the moment against Tyrus Husky, so apologies to the former Formula 1 World Champion there if he hears this.
Yes, and Formula E Champion, don't forget.
Absolutely, he is Formula E Champion, as Talia Holt gives the push in the back, so a double champion in Formula Racing. So that is pretty good.
Minji Park with another mark. Park with a mark.
Yeah, that rhymes. I like that. I like that. As, jeez, it's been.
I'll have to remember that when Adelaide is playing.
Absolutely, that is something that has to be remembered here. As Pam Samuelson hands it off to Paul Bate, who's caught throwing it.
Now, the big girl doing something more than block finally. I'm sure she's overjoyed.
Absolutely, as Bryant, who's. Jeez, she's been having a great game here so far, I must say.
Yeah, it's much better than last year where she seemed to be channeling her rookie form.
Absolutely, as Brent Myers is going to try and go for goal here. The lead singer of... I don't know. Who are they the lead singer of?
Forget that. It escapes me at the time, but hey, it's more points on the board.
Absolutely, as he kicks the goal there, and... C.R.O.C.S with a much better start than they had last year, I must say.
Indeed. Yeah, old dogs just kind of rolled through them.
Absolutely. It looks like they're kind of preferring the smaller ground of the SCG compared to Optus, Perth Stadium. I don't know what Optus is, sorry.
Yeah, indeed.
Indeed. Ufuru tends to be doing alright, but this is
nice
a long run! Jeez, going for it all.
How did they not... How did they not blow the whistle on that? Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
You know what? For them not blowing the whistle, I will say that is fair.
Yeah, that could have been almost a great play there by Old Dogs, but spoiled at the end by Gloria Trask. Misses it completely for a behind.
It was kind of a glorious mess there. You had the too far they weren't calling, followed by the kick that was just a bit off.
Absolutely, as Rodney Warren gives away the high tackle there. Race car driver Rodney Warren in the V8 Super First Series, but the Tasmanian seems to be going a bit rough at the moment from the looks of it.
Oh, Appleby marking it.
Yep.
A lot of grace for the big guy.
Absolutely. Gold Coast Premiership player Tom Langley trying to go for it, finds Urafu as he'll kick it back to Langley, who doesn't get it.
Yep, you got a bit of cluster here.
And there's a push in the back. This could be costly. Gloria Trask not playing well at the moment. Both kicks are behind when she could have easily gotten a goal, and gives away a free kick on top of that as well.
To Myers again. Oh my goodness.
Chance for two for Myers, and he's got it. C.R.O.C.S going well at the moment.
Deja vu here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, getting a hair of deja vu here.
I can agree. It's essentially deja vu, but I think it's flipped here. So, I think Gaz Goodman's strategy is working out well at the moment, as he's very much picked up all the people that played well last year, along with people who are playing well now. So I think he's gotten on top of it by the look of it. Yes, I think that's Blake Kelly stretching on the bench there. Jeez.
Ah, yeah, indeed.
Last time I saw him, he looked a little bit slimmer. He looks a little puffy at the moment, I must say.
Yeah, maybe, but that's off season for you. Just Just don't tell the captain of the summit about that.
Well, hopefully he is not watching this. Otherwise, I think we could get a call in from him. But we will see as...
I mean... Oh. Let's see.
Yeah, it'll be
high
high
tackle
tackle
for Jones. Oh.
Bryan.
And that is not someone you want to be kicking the goal that close if you are not on the team.
Exactly, as she gets another one. Timmery Bryan on fire at the moment. I think that's her third. No, just a second. I thought she kicked another one before, but that proves how much we've been seeing her so far.
Yeah, I mean, it was only a second, but I think she got a little mad. She was playing like her rookie self last time, so she has to make a statement this time around.
Absolutely, she is certainly making a statement here.
Looks like she hasn't aged a day since her farewell game.
Absolutely, go out on
and
top of the MCG. Go out on top of the MCG during the 2014 Grand Final, and it looks like she could still be out there next week.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of my swan song too, so I know that feel.
Absolutely, as Michael Vanbeck, another person who managed to have their swan song at a grand final, is going to kick this one. So, the Gold Coast hero, bit far out, but he's kicked a lot of these in the past. Can he do it again now? No, that's hit the post.
Oh. Well, maybe if he didn't have his teammate bumbling around him like that.
Absolutely, this is just not looking good for old dogs at the moment. As Pedrosa with the kicking, and yeah, you're right. They probably should have given him the space.
On a teammate?
No, that's just bad teamwork.
Yep.
As I think Husky gets a hit out there, and certainly it looks like C.R.O.C.S are going for a lot of the handballs at the moment, as they're playing a very fast game plan right now, as Langley caught throwing the ball.
Yep, you get that lot. Samuelson.
Yep.
Samuelson kicks out, and
Langley with the push in the back.
Ooh, Langley giving up a push. Man.
Yep. Being a little reckless here, Tom Langley, at the moment. As Kent Griswold marks it, one of Fremantle's favourite sons is going to go long for this one. Jeez. No, he's going to try and find someone. Can't find Vanderbeck, however.
Yes, Fremantle and all the high-end talent.
Absolutely. It might be a bit of a meme now, but it was certainly true back in the 2000s there. 4 premierships in a row. As they try to go for it, and oh my god, it's like they have the they have pinpoint precision on the point post at the moment.
I'm telling you, those posts are magnetic. I'm telling you. And Zant marks it.
Absolutely.
Seeing the lash from him, finally.
As Vanderbeek tries to go for it and actually gets it. There's another goal for the old dogs right there. Exactly when they needed it.
Yeah, sure Darley's going like, finally.
Absolutely, I agree on that. Great goal by Vanderbeek. Just that wind playing a massive factor at the moment, but if they can slot a few more in like that, this is back to very much a competitive game. It's an 18-point margin of the C.R.O.C.S, but this game can change on a dime, I tell you.
Oh, for sure.
As
that is for sure.
Getting away in the ruck as old dogs get the clearance, but it's going to be C.R.O.C.S getting the interception and very much a chance at getting something here, but Tilly gives away the free kick.
Yeah, overshot the target a bit on the kick.
As Matthew Gaish, a hero for Andrew McDonald Rainbow, still playing in this game as a siren sounds. It'll be C.R.O.C.S leading Old Dogs by 18 points, and I tell you, Aiden, we definitely saw them come out of the gate swinging.
Oh, for sure. They were just absolutely peppering the goalposts. Just no mercy whatsoever.
Absolutely, and I think that's the strategy they needed to go for, and it is absolutely working. As Timmery Bryant giving a bit of a pep talk to the fellow players, and it is quarter time. 5-4, 34 to 2-4, 16. No super goals kicked yet. As remember, if anyone kicks a goal from outside the 50-meter arc here, it will be 9 points instead of 6.
Oh, yes, and please don't remind me of West Kerry's little celebration, whatever.
You're telling
Who are you?
me...
You know I am, or whatever that was.
Yeah. You're telling me not to tell you about my celebration last year when I kicked the only super goal? God. Aiden, I should send you out there. You should play in one of these some year.
I will once I get my knee right.
Alright.
I promise.
Looking at the disposals here, it's 63 to 52, and I can very much say that by the look of it, it has very much been controlled by C.R.O.C.S, with the old dogs having more clangers and less possession, but they have been winning the hitouts a lot, the old dogs, so if they can get something going with their hitouts and kind of convert with them, they could easily get back in this one, Aiden.
I agree. I mean, they lead a bit in tackles too, so they are definitely getting more gritty and aggressive. And you see the C.R.O.C.S lead on a lot of things, and they're by fairly small margins, so you could overcome that easily.
Absolutely, indeed. Let's have a look at the individual stats at the moment and see who the major bowl winners are. And it's certainly an interesting batch there, as we've got Pedrosa, Langley, and Benton winning it for the C.R.O.C.S, and Brown, Hurst, and Bate winning it for Old Dogs here. So the forwards haven't been getting as many possessions as we thought, but at the same time, they've been making the most of them. So certainly one of those games where where players aren't getting it as much as you think they are, but they're making such an impact that you think that they're on the ball all the time.
Yeah, that is fair to say. Is totally fair to say.
Absolutely. As we look at the goal kickers, Bryan and Myers each with 2, with Tilly with 1, and meanwhile it's only Vanderbeck and Albans with goals for the old dogs there. So what do you think they have to do in the second quarter to get back in this one, Aiden?
Quite simply, just take what the defense will give you.
I agree there, and very much they're almost getting ready here to... They're almost getting ready to come back onto the ground and get back into position for the second quarter, and it's going to be interesting to see who wins Best Celebrity and Best Player, as certainly at the moment, I think Timmery Bryant's making a good case for Best Legend out there at the moment.
Oh, totally. Far from locked up, but she's definitely a front runner at the moment.
Absolutely, I will agree on that, as Soren almost ready to go here. As we get on our way with the second quarter here, certainly could be an interesting quarter, as we're back to Westwood and Husky in the middle, as the old dogs get the clearance, and Kovaluko, last year's Best Celebrity, is going to have a shot at goal here.
He's going to go for it. This is what I expect of him.
Yep, he goes for it, he gets a distance, and the old dogs get on the board very early in the second and close it back to 12 points.
Yeah, could be just the thing they need.
Actually, did that count as a super... No, it did not. Sorry, I thought it counted as a super goal for a little bit there because he was outside the 50, but they're not going to call it because I think when he kicked it, he just went over the arc.
Yeah, I think his foot was just over the line when he kicked it.
Absolutely. That could have been a super goal if he'd just been a little bit further out by an inch, but still that gets him 12 points away from taking the lead here, so this is definitely a good thing for the old dogs.
Exactly. All you need is a couple of good kicks to just completely turn things around. And another situation, pick it up, get tackled, pick it up, get tackled.
Absolutely. Very much a cluster there in the middle, as Tom Langley's trying to do it all by himself. Hands it off. Are they going to get it done? Oh! Rupert Boss slips
touch
at the last second, struggles to get his hands on the ball, and it's a touch behind. Oh, that could have been a great play right there, but Rupert Boss just couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, that would have been incredible.
Absolutely. Is there a chance here again? Can Rupert Boss make up for it? Yes, he can! First goal for the Crocs in the second quarter.
Indeed.
The 2016 Jeff Rose medalist right there with a great goal there, Aiden.
Yep. Unbottling a little bit of that vintage of his.
Absolutely. Just... Jeez. He was right in the middle of Rudy Walker's two Jeff Rose medal wins, so very much... He was able to be best on ground on top of Rudy Walker in 2016, and that is a huge compliment. So, let's see what he can do for the rest of the game as we get back underway.
Indeed, and... Where's it going?
A bit of a tan-ball tackle fest at the moment.
Bit of a mess here.
Langley gets it off to McDonald Rainbow, who now has a chance at goal. Andrew... Ooh. Get yourself a complimentary beverage, son. That was a great textbook goal.
Well, it's about time. Seen one of our favourite sons score.
Absolutely. That is a great goal by the Bangor Tides player. Made his name here as a part of the Melbourne Sabres. Went over to America to join the FBA and is now currently one of, I would say, is he one of the top players in the FBA at the moment? I would debate that he is.
By position at least. Like, point guards, he's easily top 10.
Absolutely, I would agree with that. I mean, that's the thing. You can have a good debate with him. You can say that he's probably one of the top position players in the league, but I mean, you'd probably have to say, I think maybe Van Zant or even Kelly might be bigger stars overall. But chance for number 2 here from McDonald Rainbow! Holy moly, there's another one!
And that was quite the difficult shot there. Good on you, man. Good on you.
Absolutely. He's showing us that he could be playing in the FAFL instead of the FBA if he wanted to right now.
Maybe at the end of his career, if he wants to, cap it off of a couple of years in the FAFL, I wouldn't be against that.
I wouldn't be against it either, but she's really showing that he is a very good athlete out there at the moment. And me oh my, it's gone from being potentially a 12-point game to blown out again. Crocs are just getting all the clearances at the moment, as Mia Burrows are going to have another shot at goal.
Indeed, and I don't see why she wouldn't take this. I don't see why she wouldn't at all.
And she gets it, and this lead is blowing out quite a bit, Aiden, at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, I know Burrows had an iffy last season, but she's definitely showing she's perfectly fine.
Absolutely, indeed. And it's out. It's 9-5-59 to 3-4-22.
Which, happens from time to time. Especially with these, celebrity games. Like, you never know who's just gonna pop off.
Exactly. It's gonna be interesting to see. So they got Van de Beek. Who have they got doing the rock at the moment? It looks like Van de Beek was in the rock there.
Good question.
As Lauren Berry with the mark, the daytime television host, big fan of the Adelaide Butcherbirds. So you've probably met her before. Chance for number 3 for McDonald Rainbow. He's got it. Someone try and stop him.
Triple.
Yeah.
And here's the triple.
He's got the triple already, and we're only 5 minutes into the second quarter. The rate he's going, he's going to kick 10.
Oh, yeah. He wants to match his number, I think.
Yeah. God, we could be seeing 10 for number 10. Just, man, he was good. He was decent last year, but he's gone to another level this year.
Yeah, best celebrity, I think we have a front runner for that.
Absolutely. Right. At the moment, I would agree there, Aiden, and it is blowing out at the moment. Old Dogs need a goal. Can Ludko give it to him? Won't get the distance, however, as Appleby gets the mark.
Appleby, the big Timberwolf, takes it off, and Bryce Kerry.
Bryce
He made him off, say something nice about him.
Yep. Well,
Tani
is
Campbell.
Yep, he is joining Champ Call in the US, so hopefully this does give him a chance to meet up with some potential future clients. You never know. We've got a few sports stars from the US here, so might be interesting.
It's had an interesting back and forth between Van Zant and Campbell there for a sec.
Yep, as Keith Gordon is going to go for it. He missed out on most of the Orange Dynasty because he retired after the first Premiership, but certainly shows you he still had the talent as he slots another one in, and the Crocs are just running away with it at the moment.
Yeah, fair to say.
71-22, just after last year, they're really willing to put the dagger in at the moment.
Very true, very true.
It is
like I said, last year, wasn't it all Dogs just rolling over them, so, yeah, they want theirs.
Absolutely. Jeez, Gaz Goodman taking no mercy here with both his team selection and his game plan. Just tells you how he won those premierships as coach.
Yeah, and you can see where I got a lot of my coaching instinct from.
Absolutely, as Keith Gordon lining up again for his second. This is getting ridiculous, folks. As he won't get
insane.
He won't get the distance, but
not quite.
Not quite. Oh, there was a chance there for someone to be the hero, but didn't happen.
Just pick up. Yeah, it's all pick up, get tackled, pick it up, get tackled. That's
oh, jeez, here we go. Myers with his third. There was a chance for McDowell Raven to get his fourth there, but just couldn't make it work. But he'll hand it off to Myers, and Myers will get his third.
And Campbell giving him a congrats on that. Very well earned.
Absolutely, and just this is raining goals at the moment for the Crocs. This wet weather football has activated these guys tenfold.
Oh yeah, instant offense, just add water.
Yeah, and it's 77-22. This is... God, they've kicked like a good chunk of the last 10 goals there. Like, I think they got... Jeez, I didn't get a chance to count that, but they've kicked a lot of them in a row. So, Griswold's
got to go for this.
Yeah, he's got to go for it.
He's got to go for it.
Yeah, he's got to go for it to stem the bleeding here. He's going to go for it, and he slots it through. That is a much-needed goal from the veteran.
Beautiful. That was nice. That was very nice indeed.
Absolutely. Textbook example from Griswold there. Much-needed goal, so it's 12-5 to 4-4 there. It is 77-28. And just a textbook goal, if you will, from Kent Griswold.
Absolutely.
As after, jeez, I think there was 7 or 8 goals. They've finally gotten a goal, the old Dogs, a much-needed one. And they're panicking a bit with the ball there.
Oh, yeah, that got messy.
Yeah. I mean, Aiden, do you think that maybe the panic's a little justified at the moment?
Just a little bit, I'd say. Like, when you get down like that, you're trying to get anything going. Even if it is a bit on the stupid side of the playbook, shall we say.
Absolutely. Griswold gets the spoil there, but can't make anything of it. But it will be a ball up. And Lauren Berry out of bounds, so it's going to be a throw-in. Jeez. They're inside their forward 50. They really need to get another goal here, the old Dogs.
Very true. Very true indeed.
Oh, they're going to try and mark it out of the thing, but that won't be registered as a mark because that was a throw-in, so... Oh! Husky trying to do it off his own boot, but not the right angle.
Yeah, indeed. They're just, at this point, they're just like, let's have a little bit of fun, but that's a dangerous mindset to get into.
Yep,
You got your foot on the gas, you keep going.
absolutely, as Crocs get the ball back, and Aurora Hopkins, she is tiny out there.
Yeah, she is, how do they say, fun-sized?
Yep, she's having a lot of trouble trying to outmaneuver these players, because there's a lot of players out there that are a lot taller than she is at the moment out there.
Same case with Laura Reisman, like, that's why she's been getting so many calls for shoving people.
Yep. As Mia Burrows trying to go for another goal here, and slots it in. I thought that might have been a miss, but she gets it through, and that's yet another one for the
Yeah,
Crocs.
that was close, but it goes.
As it's out to 83-29, and I think that scoreboard's broken there. I think over that end of the ground, if I look at it, like, they've got the time wrong. The time stopped. It's saying 12:14's the time. That is absolutely not correct, and it's saying we've had 31 minutes in the second, when we're only halfway through it.
Yeah. Yeah, mate, I swear, like, the tech people here are the ultimate pranksters when it comes to All-Star Week.
Absolutely, I would agree there. They've been having a bit of fun here up in Sydney, as the old dogs try to get something going. Tara, you want to play on, get through there. You had a chance there, but now they've all moved up, so this is going to be tough. But Hopkins with the mark. Jeez.
Finally.
So she's going to play on and try and maneuver it in. Can't find anyone, however.
Not quite.
As old dogs can't get that to go, but Crocs...
Clancy Benton picking it up.
Yep. Crocs certainly having a good go at this at the moment. As it's back into the middle here. With Ludko taking the mark, he's going to try and go to his left and find Albans, which he does.
Which, I mean, that's a good person to kick to right now. She's one of the people who's actually done stuff on All Dogs at the moment.
Handball to Samuelson, but Samuelson can't find someone there, and it kind of gets into a bit of a mess, but they've gotten into their forward 50, now they just have to convert.
Yeah, they need this. They need a lot of things, but this is one of the things. Yep.
Back out to
and
the middle.
It's back to the midfield.
Yep. Rodney Warren with it. Finds Matthew Gaish.
I'm not sure how much they want a lateral. I mean, sure, not much. Didn't like what they saw there, but they got to do something here.
Aurora Hopkins going for it from outside 50. Can she get it? She'll try and put a roll to it. And it'll be a touch behind.
I mean, at this point, like I said, they've got to go for anything they can get.
Absolutely, Aiden, I would agree on that, as Lauren Berry takes the mark. And goes back to Ramsey. Melbourne City fan, but that could be costly there. Melbourne City fan and pro wrestler, and there will be a goal from Vanessa Harrrison.
Ooh, good. Good on her.
Yeah, it can be very hard to try and get out the stuff you need to talk about with these celebrities and legends when there's a lot going on, so Vanessa Harrison gets the goal.
Yeah, good on her, but get 5 more of those and then maybe you can celebrate a little bit.
Yeah, I would agree, but I think that's just more as a celebration of relief at this point. As we get it back underway here. And Crocs trying to undo it. Trying to undo that goal very quickly.
Oh, Gage giving Campbell a bit of a push.
Absolutely. Campbell from downtown. She's going to go for it by the look of it. And that's just going to be just in, but that won't get the distance anyway, so... Throwing the ball from Westwood. A bit slippery, the ball at the moment, by the looks of it. Absolutely not good indeed. Out of bounds by Barry.
On Barry. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, she's kind
of... a little far ahead and they're getting messy.
Yep. I think also Barry, I think, struggling a bit. The daytime TV host certainly is kind of having a bit of a rough game at the moment. But she's going to try and make something happen here by the look of it. Timmery Bryan gives away the push in the back there. She was having a good game in the first quarter, but she's kind of going quiet.
Yeah, just a little bit right now. Hey, there's a lot more game to play, so say it loud enough, you might just spur her to do something crazy.
Yeah, that might be the case. We will have to see. As Brett Myers with the mark. C.R.O.C.S now kind of going for more of a possession game here and trying to kind of control the ball.
Till he gets that mark. AMR has it again.
Yep. AMR has it again. Tries to get it to someone, but just can't. Comedian Timmy Boone out there. Certainly, he's been on a lot of TV shows, hosted radio shows. Been out there a lot, so it'll be interesting to see how the funny man goes out here. And he's honestly been quite a bit quiet, but if he can lift, maybe old dogs can as well.
Of course. One play, that one player, often that's all you need to shift things in your favor.
Exactly, and it's like Husky's got it. Can they get it to Luco as he's the only one in the forward line? He's gonna try and get it. And there's Hopkins, but just not enough numbers in the forward line there.
Yeah, they all seem to be crowded in the middle at the moment.
As Luco tries to go around, but it hits the post.
Hits the upright, as they'd say.
So, another point for the old dogs. They're trying to kind of hit back here, but it's been very slow going at the moment.
They're gonna need more than that. A lot more than that.
I agree, Aiden. I absolutely agree on that point. As Pedrosa tries to get it back to the middle, finds Bryan. Hands it off, but there's a bit of a hit there, and it's getting a little rough.
Oh man, there's a lot of shoving going on.
Yep, but Trask gets caught throwing the ball.
Through it.
Yep, as Bryan gets it back. But, jeez, there's no one in the forward line for the old dogs. This is what's costing them. Whenever they can get into the forward line, they're left waiting for people to get back there.
Yeah, they're just overcrowding the other parts of the field, and C.R.O.C.S are just feasting on it.
Absolutely, as the siren sounds for half-time, and 46-point lead to the C.R.O.C.S. They've had a much better game than last year.
Fair to say.
As looking at the possession count, it is way, way, way in favor of C.R.O.C.S at the moment. 133 to 89. That is
stark.
Very stark indeed, and
the less we say about the clangers, the better.
Absolutely. C.R.O.C.S getting more free kicks as well. But looking at the clangers, indeed, old dogs just not being able to hold onto the ball, and while they're winning their hitouts, it's not backing up anything on the scoreboard. So it seems like they're winning their hitouts, but C.R.O.C.S seem to be hitting back and then getting the ball anyway. So that is not good indeed. As we have a quick look at the major ball winners and goal kickers, and it is Pedrosa, Langley, and Ramsey, the major ball winners, with Andrew McDonald, Rainbow, and Brett Myers kicking 3 goals so far. Meanwhile, the major ball winners for the old dogs are Kovaludko, Robert Brown, and Jimmy Hurst, with only single goal kickers for the only 5 goals we have gotten. So that really tells the tale that C.R.O.C.S are getting multiple goal scorers on the board. Old dogs just can't get anything going with any forward at the moment.
Yeah, I think the C.R.O.C.S at this point might have a bit of a third eye to tell who's sort of got the hot hands, and they're just, feeding it to them.
Absolutely. I will agree on that one, Aiden. Just, can this game turn around? What do you think we got in store for the second half?
Well, can it turn around? Well, of course it can, but it requires a lot of things falling in favor of the old dogs. They need to clean up their act on the clangers for first, and they just need someone to step up. Those are the two main things.
Yeah, I think they need someone to step up, and they just have to be a lot more cleaner with the ball, because they have not been clean with it at all, and it's really showing. As we get underway with the third quarter, as it's certainly going to be a big second half, you'd hope.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so, mate.
As it's a lot of handballing there. Selby caught throwing the ball. You don't expect that from a guy of his caliber, so this could be the big break they need.
Except they get crowded out of their own forward line, and Crocs come away with it.
Absolutely, and Rupert Boss with it, and what could have been an opportunity for
Maybe
Old Dogs has completely dried up.
Marina LaGrosse, I haven't seen her do much, so this should be interesting.
Yeah, I haven't either, but hopefully she can get a goal here, and she will, and the devastation continues.
Winner of Castaway Hong Kong.
Winner of Castaway Hong Kong keeps drilling it in as it's out to 89 points for the Crocs. 89-37. Like that. I mean, I'm not saying that that's the margin. I'm just saying that's what they're out to at the moment. But at the rate it's going, it could be an 89-point game.
Right. I mean, it's interesting to contrast her with Sierra. Sierra was a lot more of a challenge beast and, early physical player in her season of Castaway, whereas Karina more had to rely on her smarts and blending in.
Absolutely, and I think we might be having to talk a bit more about each celebrity at the moment and give them a little bit more of a synopsis of the way this match is going, just to kind of keep people invested a little.
Indeed.
So, we're back into it in the middle, and it's kind of been stuck there for a little bit. And
yeah, a lot of shoving, a lot of clusters.
Absolutely. Is there anything you want to bring up at the moment, Aiden? Like any notes you want to bring up that we haven't already yet? As Timmy Boone finds Kent Griswold, and that was much
I was gonna,
needed.
but hold up, we might have something here. We might have something.
Yep, we might have something here. Goes long, slots it through. Kent Griswold is always dependable.
Hey, old dogs, I think you might have your guy there. You might have your guy.
Absolutely, as the former teammates Husky and Griswold give each other a bit of a handshake there, so certainly a Fremantle connection with the both of them.
For sure. Yeah, looking at other things to talk about, I only mentioned Blake Kelly earlier. I've heard some interesting things about a rivalry between him and Van Zant.
Do tell as Tara Albans hands it off, but gets it back, and they made a mess of that one.
Yeah.
But they'll soccer it in for a goal! Blake Kelly with a goal!
Well, the big buck.
The big buck. He's certainly a bigger buck than he was when I saw him at the end of the season, but jeez. He gets a goal there. That's a much-needed one.
Indeed, and observe the camera angle they used on a celebration
Yeah.
there.
Okay, we're getting the full brunt of it now.
Yeah.
He does look a bit bigger than he did a while ago, I will say that. And he's already off the ground. So, I don't know what's going on there, but maybe this game's not exactly helping him as Griswold gets another mark here, and Old Dog's starting to get something going here.
That is who they want kicking right now. Just keep giving him the ball.
Yep.
Give him the ball and let him kick, mate.
And
let Griswold cook.
Yep. Blake Kelly
cooks indeed.
Yeah, he cooks indeed. That's his third, and I did see Kelly went back on. If we get a chance, you should probably tell us about the rivalry between Ash Van Zant and Blake Kelly, but it seems like Old Dogs have gotten up to new tricks now and really don't want us talking about it at the moment.
Yeah, fair to say. Fair to say.
It's certainly the larger players making a difference at the moment for the old dogs right now, as we're back in the middle. Timmy Boone with it. Can he make some magic off of it? Not exactly.
Shakes tackle, but not quite. Crocs got a paw on it, and Vertigo's right. Oh, wait, they got it again.
And Burrows slots it through.
Ooh, good on him. I think Timmery might be asking, why couldn't she play like that at Cairns?
Absolutely. Sometimes it takes a little bit for players to light up, and sometimes it takes some time away, as she's certainly playing lights out the moment, as it's 95 to 55.
Clearly the latter was her case.
Yep. It is a 40-point game at the moment. So,
that rivalry. About that rivalry.
Yeah, let's get on with it. I was about to say.
Yeah, I've got quite a few pages of notes here. Everything from them, being teammates in high school to reportedly being exes, and then of course, the elephant in the room, or should I say the puma in the room of, the Bangor Tide Seattle Summit rivalry.
Yep.
There's a lot of layers to this.
Absolutely, it sounds like it. As Alvin's trying to go for it, she'll get it, slots it through. Another one for the old dog, so they're trying to push some momentum here by the look of it.
Yeah, I think we may have a game here.
We might be. I do want to see them kick a few more before I agree on that, but they are gaining some momentum here, which is good. That is good. And oh, jeez, look at Hopkins. Jeez, even compared to Albin, she's tiny. As we saw in the replay there.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Jeez, she could fit in someone's pocket.
Absolutely. Pocket cat, anyone? I think a bit of the problem is, as we've been seeing, is that the small players are getting really out-muscled by the tolls of the Crocs at the moment, so they've struggled to have an impact as holding the ball.
Yeah, like I said, that's why they see all the smaller players like Reisman getting so many calls and shoving, because they feel like it's the only way they can stand out.
Absolutely, as
Van de Beek get any ground.
Yep, Van de Beek kicks
throws them with the mark.
Yeah, kicks it directly to a pack of Crocs. Someone tell him he's not playing for the Crocs at the moment.
Barry saw that one.
Yep.
Read that one real good.
Yeah, very good play by Lauren Barry there. Yes, it's a bit of a mess. Van de Beek tries to go to Harrrison. Harrrison doesn't get it, but they hand it off to Hopkins. Can Hopkins kick a goal?
They've got room.
She can!
He does. All right.
So the little cat gets a much-needed big goal.
Yeah, fair to say. We were just talking about them, not making an impact. Well, they just did.
Little
I think they can hear us, I swear.
Absolutely. Little cat makes a big goal, and they are clawing their way back, the old dogs, at the moment.
Yeah, still a bit of a ways to go, but they are far from out of this.
Absolutely. At the moment, it seems like Crocs have slowed down quite a bit, as it looks like the old dogs have lifted a bit, but here's Keith Gordon to try and put an end to that momentum.
Yeah, he's been quiet. He wants to put something on the board.
Absolutely, indeed. He's going to try and go for it, and hooks it into the post.
He does, but not quite what he wanted to put on the board.
Absolutely, as it's 15-6 to 10-7 at the moment. Old Dogs making a bit of a charge to get back into this game right here.
Yeah, they sure are, and this is producing some of the best footy I have seen.
Yes, this
in a while.
Yeah, I agree here, Aiden. This is certainly some of the best footy we've seen in a while, personally. So, Harrrison kicks it back to
another
Park.
Lateral, not quite. Yep, laterally, not quite liking what they see upfield.
Absolutely, they're trying to break something open, get some openings going here.
Right. And to be fair, they cut the margins so they can take a little time, but not too much time.
I will agree with that as
There, Tilly.
As we're nearing the halfway point of the third. Tilly going for it, but that's not going to make the distance. And... oh, a rush behind by Bape, but that's probably more preferable than a goal as it's a 30-point game now.
Yeah, just put the pressure on them and keep making them kick ugly.
Whoa! What a mark by Ross Selby!
Holy moly.
What a hanger! Former Orange player Ross Selby with the big grab. That's got to be mark of the weekend.
Beautiful. Yeah, that was beautiful.
Holy moly. Rough contact from Gaish, and they'll bring it back to Ash Van Zant. Jeez, I'm still winded from that mark, I tell you.
Oh, man. I tell you what, my head's a little ting for watching that.
Yeah. It's Van Zant looking to go for it by the look of it.
I mean, that's totally in his repertoire.
And he'll get it. The Raccoon with a goal joining his teammate on the goal kickers board. Or the goal kickers list, I should say.
Yep. And you know, there's still all those people speculating about him being related to Dak Cooper.
Yeah, there's always been a little bit of a rumour, and I mean, they are in Sydney at the moment. I mean, who knows?
I wouldn't be surprised if they talked.
Yeah. Might have to see if we get any reports in the coming days about the two meeting up potentially here. Like,
yeah,
we will have to see.
Related or not, I mean, who wouldn't want to talk to Dak Cooper? He's awesome.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Could be a future of this team here in East Sydney. As I mean, they've been struggling this year a bit. Yep, Appleby with the mark.
Yeah, but you know, they struggled a lot, but then they kind of had that surge towards All-Star Week.
Absolutely, and I think that's what got some of their
a little bit of a case into the game, yeah.
Exactly.
Also, a little bit of a case study in how, you know, overseas talent really needs a little extra time to adjust.
Exactly. I mean, Jason Emerson might have been the best player in the league last year, but he still took time to try and adjust as well, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at some of the youth. You got Appleby, you got the other Appleby, you got Cooper, and then you've got Rudolph Kelly.
I keep forgetting about these players and having relatives in that. I forgot that Rudolph Kelly was at East Sydney for a bit there. Jeez, kind of tells you how much I'm a bit rusty trying to recognize who's related to who at the moment.
Yeah, fair to say.
Yep, but you will be seeing some East Sydney players like Faith St. Clair and Derek Bristol in tomorrow night's All-Star game, so certainly they've gotten a few names there into that team despite their struggles, so time will tell how the second half of the season goes as Kelly gets the mark.
Big Buck with the mark.
Absolutely. Big Buck with the mark finds the little cat.
Hopkins. Oh my goodness.
Who finds Vanderbeck and...
Alright. This is prime real estate for a goal.
Can Captain Rat get the goal here? We're just going through nicknames a lot at the moment, and he does. Vanderbeck with the goal, and Old Dogs showing that they aren't done yet.
Yeah. Yeah, just like, what was that? What's that other team? Santa Ana Spectrum's over in the FBA. The slogan, "We ain't done yet." He just said that.
Yep, absolutely. As he slots that through. Textbook example. We've seen a lot of that in the past. He's showing that he's still got it. And certainly, if he can bring some of that to Geelong's forward line as their forward line coach, they could also have a bit of a bounce back in the second half of the season.
Yeah, fair to say. You know, I'm surprised Timmery hasn't asked Tani if she'd be willing to coach at all. Because, I mean, obviously they go way back.
Absolutely. I'm kind of surprised of that as well, as we're getting a bit of a handball chain from the Old Dogs. They've got something going here. Griswold couldn't get it. If he could have gotten it, they might have gotten the goal there.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. I mean, that chain was beautiful right up to the end there.
Absolutely. That could have been play of the night right there.
Yeah. I was looking finer than a jeweler's chain.
Yep. As Ramsey plays on, pro wrestler, has toured the world and has been a lifelong fan of Melbourne City. Honestly, I'm surprised he's not already their #1 ticket holder this year.
Yeah. Vandenbeck with the mark, but nobody in the forward 50. Jeez.
And Hopkins gives away rough conduct to Langley there. As Kelly back on, he seems to be coming on and off a lot at the moment. I think the Buck might get a little winded from time to time by the sounds of it.
Yeah, that kind of sounds on case with earlier remarks.
Oh, wow! Great goal by Kovalutko right there!
All right. Yeah, we've definitely got a game here. We got a game here, mate.
This guy can pull off spectacular moves in pro wrestling. This guy can pull off spectacular catches in American football, and now we know he can pull off the spectacular goals here. Just look at that!
Yeah,
goal of the night!
What can't he do?
Exactly. Goal of the night.
What can't he do?
It's Reisman on the bench right there. As they are
might be a little tired from getting banged around like he's been.
Yep. But, jeez, there's a bit of a pulse here at the moment.
Oh!
As Keith Gordon gets it, so it seems to be a bit back and forth at the moment, but I am seeing a pulse in this game.
Although this kick here, as Jay Samuelson would say, is just cookies.
Absolutely. That if he had missed that, that would have been embarrassing for Keith Gordon.
Yeah, you would have gone on a gag reel for sure.
Absolutely. As we get back underway here, not long left in the third here. I think might be another opportunity for goal, and that's it.
Yeah, we'll see what unfolds here.
Absolutely. Oh my god, you look at the height difference between Hopkins and everyone else, it's insane. I don't really want to harp on it all the time, but just, it's weird to see it in motion.
Well, I mean, you've seen a lot of players. There's her, there's Laura Reisman, there's Minji Park to an extent as well.
Exactly. As we're down to the final minute here, and they'll want to try and get another goal here. Old Dogs are going to the third quarter with a whiff of it. Can this bounce through? No! Unlucky bounce for Jimmy Hurst. That will be a behind.
Well, I mean, if you're this far down the clock, take the point.
Yep, 29 points.
One is better than none. It's not...
Exactly. One is better than none. Siren is going to sound. And it's three-quarter time. The margin is a Crocs lead by 29, but that was certainly a quarter for the Old Dogs. And in all honesty, they do call the third quarter the Premiership quarter, so maybe the Old Dogs might be able to surge in this final quarter. You never know.
I'm thinking that's what they're going to be banking on. Yeah, and I can already hear Timmery from here.
Yep. They're in front, but I don't think she's too happy with how they went in that quarter, as things have certainly evened up on the possession counter. I mean, that was I think that was that a lot. There was a bigger gap last time, wasn't there? But I don't know. I'm just kind of looking at it. But
indeed, even though the Old Dogs are still, doing some really ugly kicking on that Clang account, but they have been just tackling the daylights out of the Crocs.
Absolutely. 72-93 there. It is the kicks and the hitouts really making the difference now for them and why they are still in this game. They've clamped on the pressure and they've made every hitout pretty much a weakness for the Crocs, so it is very much going to be a game of disposal versus pressure.
Indeed, and also they've almost evened out their inside 50 count, which was a big issue coming in.
Absolutely, that's a lot more even, 34-31. I mean, if they really want to make it, if they really want to win this one, they have to keep that pretty even or start winning that one, which time will tell. Aiden, this is looking like a great matchup going into the final quarter. Hurst, Luco, and Brown winning the ball for the Old Dogs. Pedrosa, McDonald, Rainbow, and Langley winning it for the Crocs. We've got McDonald, Rainbow, Burrows, and Myers on 3, Griswold on 3, and then Vanderbeck and Albans on 2. So this is...
Yes. Yeah, I think Best Legend, I think Burrows may have just, put herself in that conversation.
Absolutely, and I think you'd be looking for Best Celebrity, potentially Kova Ludko to go back-to-back with that. Same with Griswold with Best Legend, but certainly it'll be a fight between... By the looks of it, it'll be a fight between McDonald, Rainbow, and Ludko. So I think those are 2 names to look out for in the final quarter here.
Indeed, AMR definitely has something to say about that.
So we're just about to get underway with the final quarter. First quarter, it was somewhat close. That was a bit of a blowout in the second. In the third, they've clawed their way back, the Old Dogs. Now time will tell. Who will win this? Will it be the Crocs or will the Old Dogs go back-to-back with a great comeback? As we are go for the final quarter, Aiden, who's your pick?
I'm going to go on the Old Dogs. I think they've got momentum. As long as they can keep that going, they've got it.
Yep. As Reisman trying to go for it, misses.
Not quite, though.
Another point
But
for the Old Dogs.
I can definitely see them. Yep. And they are trying to pick up the pace, which is kind of something they needed.
Absolutely. Jimmy Hurst gives the push in the back away. Nowhere close to where the ball was for that mark. That very blatant indeed. I think trying to be a bit of a decoy, and you can't be that.
Right.
As Appleby gets it. Trying to slice it through. McDonald Rainbow with a shocking kick, but Langley manages to make something of it.
Jeez, what was he doing? Campbell
with it is going to try and find someone.
And a pack of jerseys
finds
here.
Bryant, but that will be a behind.
Yeah, that's a hair of a rookie form there.
Yep. Had a good first quarter, but has kind of slowed down a bit since then, I must say.
Yeah, fair to say.
Burrows with the mark, however, and a chance for number 4 here for Mia Burrows.
Yeah, that's not someone you want to give the ball to as an Old Dog.
Absolutely, and she slots it through. Crocs get the first goal of the fourth quarter, and that's the 4th for Burrows. You are right, she is making a good case for Best Legend tonight.
Indeed. I actually do make some good calls now and again.
I have to agree there. There's a reason why you're the analyst and I'm the main commentator. You have the good predictions, I have the terrible ones.
Tilly looks a bit tired there.
Yep.
It's been a long game, so I'm just...
Yep, absolutely. It has been a long game indeed. Langley trying to throw it to Van Zant and does just that.
Oh! Gets it, and it is prime. Oh, jeez, I'm looking foolish for banking on Old Dogs right now.
Absolutely, but he won't get the distance on it, and that will be Gordon right in front of the goals again.
Yeah, maybe that harkens a bit to Van Zant's, game with assists.
Oh, that looked a bit shaky, that goal. That could have been right in the post, but lucky for him, that's his 3rd.
Yeah. Oh, he's just a centimeter or 2 off from the gag reel.
Absolutely, and Crocs wanting to put this game to bed very quickly in the 4th at the moment, so... Jeez, could they have put the stop to this? But can Old Dogs make an edge? I don't know. We're going to see. Gonna see, and again, C.R.O.C.S gets it. Van Zant tries to thread it through again. Cannot do it, but God, this is becoming a bit of a pattern here, I must say, Aiden.
Right.
It's back into a pack here. C.R.O.C.S can get it, but Ufuru gives the Urafu gives the push in the back there. Sorry, I keep botching the name. I'm very sorry, man.
I understand. Hey, look, it's okay. Like, and we're not perfect.
And Pam Samuelson with the ball. We haven't seen much
mark.
of her tonight. But
Right.
Definitely playing her part.
Bryan finally takes a break. Jeez.
She really needed it, I must say. She's been out there for a long time. Kamori with the long kick of the ball there. But goes straight to Warren, who will give it to... Was that Kelly? I think that might have been Kelly, but there's no one up in the forward line at the moment.
Kick to nobody.
Kick to nobody. They needed Hopkins to get that, but she got run down there. So...
Yeah, she just got out-muscled.
Yep. It's only so far you can go if there's a guy right behind you.
Oh, Selby.
Selby again. Brown trying to out-muscle.
Yeah, late there.
As here we go. Kelly with the long boot. He's going to boot it long and just hope someone runs and gets to it.
Nobody's home.
It's going to be
Nobody's home.
It's going to be Bryce Kerry who gets it before Vanderbeek can and finds Pedrosa. I don't know what Kelly was doing there, honestly. I think that was
he's a little tired because maybe he's a little tired. You know, like I've heard Kelly's a bit of a party animal.
Absolutely, and I think I think the big buck might be a big party animal in Sydney. It certainly would fit his type of flavor of town. As this is going to be no, that's going to hit the post. Brett Myers this time.
Oh no! Oof. That's okay. You've done a lot. We'll let this one slide.
Absolutely, Paul Bate plays on, tries to find someone, almost goes to C.R.O.C.S there, as Gordon with another one. God.
Whoa.
Great kick by him, that's his fourth.
I tell you, this is just getting crazy.
Absolutely, I think the C.R.O.C.S might have done what they needed to do to sort this game at the moment, because they've managed to turn it back to where it was in the second, so I think old dogs are in trouble again. Go on talking to Samuelson there. Probably an interesting conversation, but we do not have the players mic'd up tonight, so we don't know what they're even talking about.
Two different versions of football coming together for a second there.
Yep. And ball up again here. I think Husky gets their hit out, but they have to get something going here. As here we go. I think that's Reisman. Reisman misses again.
Not quite making it. Yeah, she's definitely better, you know, throwing the... She's better with throwing than kicking.
Definitely, but that's not going to help her here, because if you throw the ball, that's just a three kick right there.
Nothing.
As Van Zant gives a push in the back, Harrrison tries to find someone, finds Gaish. And he will line up right there and go for it.
They need this.
They need it. They get it. As someone marked it on the line, but it has gone through, and Matthew Gaish gets a much-needed goal for the old dogs. As we are about almost halfway through the final quarter here, so if they're going to stage a comeback, they're going to have to come back hard in these last 11 minutes.
Yeah, they got to pick their pace up. Pick the pace up and not be stupid about it. That's the only two things.
Exactly. And
we've definitely seen a lot of questionable handballs in quarter four here.
Exactly. And oh, that's a good spin. That is a good spin indeed. And Rodney Warren with it. He's going to try and go to the side, but no one's going to be there, and that's going to go out of bounds. You're right, they need to stop being so stupid with their risks at the moment because it's kind of costing them. Rodney Warren, I don't know what he was doing there. Blake Kelly hands it off to Husky, who can't really get anything to go with that. As Pedrosa plays on. And Pedrosa gets pinged with pushing the back on Gaish.
Ooh. Yeah, not someone you want to give the ball to.
Absolutely.
Not after that kick he just did.
I will agree with that. And Harrrison gets the ball back. They need to open something up here, the old dogs, and they just can't as Burrows gets the interception.
Yep, Burrows just like, I'll take it.
And Reisman tries to dial it in right there. Can't.
Yep, black jerseys.
And they're going to hope Griswold can get the run on the ball here. He gets it. Will he have enough daylight to do it? Yes, he can! Much needed goal for the old dogs. Great play.
Okay. That worked out that time.
Yeah, Griswold with number 4. Found daylight. Had enough time to dial it in and kick the much needed goal.
Yeah, that play was tighter than Blake Kelly's jersey right now.
Absolutely. I have to agree with that. I think they're expecting him to be a little bit smaller than he is right now. But hey, at least no matter if they win or lose, he's going to have a good night in the town, I think.
Oh, of course.
And here we go. Husky finds Vanderbeck. Vanderbeck finds Albans. Albans tries to go to the person in the...
Oh, it's a foot race. We got a foot race here.
They got a foot race, but Griswold's going to get it. He's going to try and can't.
Oh, not quite.
They are trying to make something of this, the old dogs, at the moment. As it's Trask versus Kamori there. He gets tackled there. Handball delivered out of bounds. That'll be a free kick to C.R.O.C.S.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Trask has just been playing very sloppy today, I've noticed.
Absolutely, I will agree with that, Aiden. Just very sloppy play from the radio DJ. As Lee gets it off. Certainly a bit of a handball chain there from the C.R.O.C.S right there. As Griswold way back in the back line. Finds Albans, finds Husky. Albans are going to take it back, trying to dial it into Vanderbeck. Vanderbeck gets it. Here. And he is going to try and go for goal here, I think. He needs to kick this one.
He doesn't go for it, he's crazy.
And he just squeezes it in. Another goal for the old dogs. Ooh. It's back to 29 points with 6 minutes 45 to go.
Yep, indeed. Hey, those are the goals you love to see in these games.
Absolutely. Jeez, they're not going to give that super goal. Jeez, why do we even have the super goal there if you're not going to pay it?
It's all this subjective, oh, their foot was over the line, or their toe was on it.
Yeah. Jeez. Hopkins gets it out. Oh, Payne a bit risky, but Luco finds it. Back to Payne, but Payne...
Oh, this is a mess. Another messy play here.
Just a mess again. Incredibly costly indeed. Lauren Berry with it. Hands it off. C.R.O.C.S showing you how a handball chain is done. And how it should be done. As Brown finds Griswold. He's going to have to try and find someone, though.
Yeah, you can't really lateral too much at this point.
Absolutely. As Samuelson tackled down, that'll be a ball up. And a lot of people coming on and off at the moment. A lot of fatigued players out there at the moment.
Well, indeed. I mean, even if you play another sport, like, this is a whole different caliber here. You're in for a rude awakening.
Absolutely, and Kamori and Tyrus Husky in the ruck at the moment. There's chance for a mark there by C.R.O.C.S. They can't get it. And a bit of a handball chain again. Bit of a shocking kick, but Reisman there to still mark it.
Reisman. She gets to do something. About time.
29 points in it, but the clock is ticking. They have to get a few quick goals here, old dogs, but the time just doesn't look like to be on their side at the moment. Burrow's caught throwing the ball, and we're down to 4 minutes, 6 seconds.
Yeah, this is getting close. You don't see at least a couple goals kicked in the next minute or two.
And Reisman gives away the push in the back, and this will go to McDonald Rainbow, and this with a chance to completely seal it.
Yeah, they do not want him kicking this.
And he's got it. It's practically over. C.R.O.C.S are going to win this one.
Yep, I think that right there is signed, sealed, and delivered.
That's his 4th. Andrew McDonald Rainbow having a great game tonight. And has just kicked the sealer. It's just textbook goal. And very costly by Reisman. Their chances were getting slim anyway, but that put the sealer on it.
Yep. Exactly. So that's signed, sealed, delivered. It's the C.R.O.C.S.
Absolutely. They're going to try and go for something, but just too much going on. Throwing the ball from Pedrosa.
Yep, that was just a mess of, pick up, and tackle.
Absolutely, as Ludko finds Samuelson.
Big girl, finally. Big girl getting to play a little bit outside of the back 50, finally.
Exactly. We get to finally see what she's made of. Kelly couldn't hold on to it.
I mean, it wasn't a bad kick. She's got a strong leg on her.
Absolutely. As here we go.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Chance for Griswold again.
I mean, that's probably who they'd want kicking.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, and no encroachment calls.
Okay, these umpires have been very lenient. It's back to 29, but it ain't going to change the result. That's his 5th, however, so still showing that he could line up for Fremantle today and still kick a bag of goals. So...
Yeah. Although I'll say for the refs, instead of chairs, maybe you give them sleeping bags. They'd be about as effective.
Yeah, I'd agree. They've not exactly been great tonight, I must say. And ball up again. We're in the final 2 minutes here. Aiden, who do you think's had the most impact so far in this game? As Bryan goes for it. Another goal for Timmery Bryan. Icing on the cake.
That is her triple. That is a triple right there.
Yeah, there's her triple. She wanted to get it before the end of the game, and she has.
And it was nice there to see her and Van Zant there sort of made up after that rough time they had a year back.
Absolutely. Indeed, I agree on that. Showing that they can work as teammates. And this has been from the start a game for the C.R.O.C.S. Old Dogs had a chance. There was a bit of a pulse there coming into the end of the 3rd quarter, but that got quickly wiped out.
Right, it looked like they were doing something, but then all of a sudden the momentum shifted yet again.
It's been a few momentum shifts. Van Zant going for it. Oh. There's another one. They're just bringing it on home now, the C.R.O.C.S.
Yeah, he's just like, give me another.
And there's another one. Minute 6 left. 23-9 to 16-10. Result never really in doubt, to be honest. We've had times where it's gotten somewhat close, but again, this has just been the C.R.O.C.S night from start to finish.
Yep. And so Van Zant's showboating a little bit. Having a little talk there, actually. I figured he'd be showboating since he was live streaming this at having the game streamed at the bar he owns and the ice cream shop he used to work at back in his hometown.
Exactly. We've got an international audience tonight coming through from... We've got Seagull Sport in Australia, FSPN in the US,
Ooh.
FT Sports in the UK. We've got a huge audience as clock's running down. Yeah. It's been the Crocs night from beginning to end. And they are going to win big tonight as siren sounds. Yep. What a win!
Indeed, that was quite the show. Till you have the showboat over there a minute ago, and...
Jeez. Gaz Goodman gets his revenge.
Indeed he does.
As old dogs fail to deliver the new tricks. And let's have a look at the final scores. 23-9, 147 to 16-10, 106. No super goals from either team this year, meaning that I am still the sole kicker of super goals in this match type.
Yes, indeed. Who do we think you are? You are.
And look at the final stats, and the inside 50s after closing up blew out again to 50 to 39. That was a big deciding factor in this game, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a prediction that I had made right there.
Yep. 251.
Closed that gap and they didn't.
Yep. They closed the gap and they didn't. 251 to 207 in the disposals. Kicks, handballs, just all the good stats going the way of the Crocs at the moment. You just look at that. They played the disposal game, and it worked very, very well, Aiden.
Yeah, and that Clang account still makes me shudder.
Absolutely. It was 72 to 100. Old dogs just never able to truly get a good grip on the ball. Tackles very even at 101, 114. Old dogs being a little more reckless, giving away 22 free kicks to Crocs compared to the 17 that they gave away to the Old Dogs. Possession was 55 to 45. And the hit-outs, that was something that the Old Dogs could be proud of. 51 to 16. Very much a dominant display by Tyrus Husky, I would say. Because I don't know how well Trask did, but when I was looking at those hit-outs, Tyrus Husky was very much on the ball all night.
Yeah, fair to say. Fair to say.
And let's go to the players of the match. Let's go down to the ground to find out who has won Best Legend and Best Celebrity. Andrew McDonald Rainbow wins Best Celebrity, with Tyrus Husky winning Best Legend. So both teams split it 1-1.
Alright, that is definitely fair. Tyrus did do quite a bit.
Absolutely. Andrew McDonald Rainbow, some people didn't think he'd be coming back after last year, but he came back, and what a comeback it was. He's now won 2 of these games, as he was on Old Dogs last year, he was on Crocs this year, and now he's also going to take home a Best Legend medal, Best Celebrity medal, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, he might be an FBA legend eventually, but not Best Legend, Best Celebrity medal. So that's going to be 3 medals for the trophy cabinet right there for Andrew McDonald Rainbow. Meanwhile, Tyrus Husky gets to add another medal to his cabinet.
Hey, a little extra medal's always good.
Absolutely.
That's what I've learned.
Indeed. Let's have a quick look at the stats here before we go. Pedrosa, the major ball winner there with 19. The 2019 Jeff Rose medalist. Retired last year, still showing that he's still got it. Bryce Kerry with 17 disposals. That is a great effort. Great effort indeed.
Yeah, I would say so.
And Andrew McDonald Rainbow again with 17. And looking at their goal kickers, it was McDonald Rainbow, Burrows, and Gordon, each with 4. And looking at the Old Dogs, it was Hurst with 17, Brown with 14, and Kovaluko with another good performance this year with 14 disposals. Just overall, the team just wasn't as good as it was last year. And while Luco put out his best, especially with that great goal earlier in the game, it was going to be very, very hard for him to defend that when you had a player like Andrew McDonald-Randall on the other side.
Yeah, he came back after an okay performance last year and was just like, hey, I can do this. Just trust me.
Absolutely, and leading goal kickers there. It was Kent Griswold was the leading goal kicker of them all with 5, but that couldn't really help them. Vanderbeek with 3, and then Tara Albans with 2. It was very much from the start a game for the Crocs. If we look at the margin graph there, it started off, it kept growing, and it just kind of stuck there for the rest of the game. Like, no lead changes at all.
Yeah, that was just very tough to overcome. They gave it the best shot, but it just wasn't quite there.
Absolutely, and Aiden, it was nice having you here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, Wes.
It's always a pleasure to have you, Aiden. We'll be back tomorrow night with the All-Star game. But tonight, the Crocs prevail in the Legends game, 147 to 106. I've been Wes Kerry. My partner's been Aiden Harrrison. We'll see you tomorrow night for the All-Star game. We'll catch you then.
Till then, have a good night, everybody.